Hey guys, I'm making a video here of the game Anno 1404, also known as Dawn of Discovery by Ubisoft. It's a RTS game. If you like those kind of games, you'll probably enjoy this. I really haven't played that many of those games. I haven't even played StarCraft, which is like the most popular of those games. I've only played Age of Empire 2, I believe it was. Anyways, so far I've played about 8 hours of this game, and I find it to be pretty enjoyable. I haven't really done much of the campaign, which is what I'm showing off in this video. This is actually the very first campaign mission where they just have you build a church and send supplies over to this ally of the king. In between campaign missions, there's a little cutscene. It's pretty standard stuff. It almost is like a tutorial, really, for the game. But I've mostly played the free campaign mode, which just basically sets you up with a warehouse on a randomized island and randomized game world, and you start building your empire from there. I haven't gotten that far in the game. I've actually only gotten to the second set of, I guess you would say, level of civilization. In order to get to the third, you have to procure spices through trade with the Orient or harvesting spices from your own Orient farms and stuff like that you can start, and I've just started doing that. I haven't actually gotten any spice yet because I haven't found any, and I haven't found any guys that trade spice, but I will. So I haven't actually done any combat yet, but I've fully explored the map in my game, and it's pretty large, and the graphics, as you can see from this video, are quite nice when they're turned on maximum, but they're also very nice even on low settings, which I'll show at the end of this video. When the game is set to the lowest settings, it actually still looks pretty good, and obviously performs a lot better. On my laptop, I can run the game on pretty much medium, with the exception of shadows, which I turn off, and post-processing, which I turn off, because both of those options use up the most resources compared to the others. And if you just turn those two things completely off, you can probably run the game with a medium graphical system and have everything else on max. Although the water I do recommend running on low with caustics, because the caustics, when they're turned off in the cutscenes, they look kind of weird when you don't have them on. The water ends up looking like a sheet of paper. In gameplay mode, even on low, it looks good. Comparing to something like Age of Empires or other RTSs that I've dabbled in but never really played, one of the game features that might annoy people in this one is that when you set to build a building, like a house or whatever, it's instantly built. It doesn't have like a timer for building it. I kind of like it because it makes the gameplay go a little bit faster, but so I can see where some people might think that that's strange. Another really good aspect of the game is the user interface. It's very easy to pick up and learn what to do. You can do everything using the mouse, although once you get used to the game, you'll probably want to set up custom hotkeys and stuff like that for quickness. But overall, the UI is really, really good in my opinion. It's not overly complicated. But again, I haven't gotten into any combat yet, so I don't really know how that's going to work with managing your troops and stuff, but I'm sure that it'll probably be pretty easy to figure out, like the rest of the UI. One of the neat things in the game is that there are these randomly made, at least in continuous play, there are randomly generated quests, some involving things like finding allies, shipwrecks, or in some cases there's one quest that I got that was pretty cool, where they it was at one of my chapels, where there were like criminals in your village, and you gotta like bring a nun to the chapel, I guess, to get his confession. So what you have to do is you have to zoom in really, really close to the city around the chapel area, and you'll see a nun, you'll see the little people walking around, and you'll see a nun who's highlighted in blue, and you click on the nun and send her to wherever the quest requires her to go. So that's kind of neat. You actually have to find people sometimes in your village, which is pretty cool. I've never seen anything really like that, but I enjoyed that. And doing these random quests gets you money and honor, and the honor can be used to purchase like special rewards from other players within the other NPC players within the community. There is an online mode, but I don't have access to it. I think you have to purchase the expansion called Venice in order to play online. Anyways, so far I put in about maybe 10 hours into the game, and I've been finding it very enjoyable. So if you're into these style of games, and even if you're not, I actually did not, like, going into it, I was like, I'm probably going to hate this game, because I've never really played any games like that held my attention for very long, but I'm actually really enjoying it. So it's a definite recommendation from me. Go get it, bitches.